We're
season
off into
6.
season 6.
Yep.
Where we have the weirdest villains of all
Yes.
that I think turn out to be
one
again some of the best. This series has some of the best villains, man.
I agree completely.
The trio.
The trio's
you got
the main one.
Jonathan, who's been in it from the beginning.
Yep.
He's been a student, went to school with them.
Yeah.
You know, he's the magical guy. You got Warren, the guy that did the robot love. He's Andrew's the magical guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both magic.
Yep.
They're just different forms of magic.
Yes.
Yeah. And so one seemed ritual, one seemed tribal. So we might have two different magics. Science guy all get together and want to beat the Slayer.
So
because they've all had run-ins with the Slayer one way or another.
Right.
Andrew, his brother got beaten by the Slayer, in trouble, sent off to jail.
Yep.
Defeated by the Slayer. So he hasn't had a direct run-in, but he wants some revenge too.
These three have beef with the Slayer.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. So, they're gonna beat the Slayer when no other vampire or demon could.
So basically, the Scooby Gang, they're trying to bring Buffy back because in their mind she's gone, and
they think she's in some, because Glory was trying to get back to a hell dimension. They think Buffy's in a hell dimension.
Yes,
but so they know they're going to go save their friend, and that's their job.
Right.
They're it's not selfish at all.
No.
But it is.
Yeah.
But they're using that selfish logic, that idea that, well, she's dead, but she's in a hell place, and we need our friend back. Right. We're going to get her back. We're going to save her from death.
Right.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
She's been dead all summer, but we got this.
Yep. So that's the beginning of it.
Willow. So the idea was to do it. It all, and the whole summer went by, and Willow the whole time was getting the spell together. It was a ritual that involved slaughtering a baby, a Bambi and shit. Well, actually, it was a female Bambi baby, but still, it was a baby Bambi. It was sick as fuck. We knew she was full off evil at this point. I was like, yo, she's going downhill. She's willing to do all this shit to, she was like Snow White, led the deer in with, happy magics, and then gutted the damn thing or whatever she did. It was awful.
Yeah.
But they was bringing their friend back.
Yeah.
Xander had doubts. He voiced them multiple times.
Yep.
But Willow was, I'm in charge. I'm the baddest bitch in the room. We swore, we doing it. Let's go. And then Tara had her back no matter what. So
yeah,
the numbers are stacked against Xander. Anya was
yeah.
She knows there's a vengeance demon, and all stuff she knows. It's possible to bring your friends back.
Right.
They're getting the spell together. Could be dangerous. She was back in Xander, but in a weak way, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
So it ended up being Willow, leader,
right,
and her follower Tara, and saying, "Hey, we're bringing her back." That's what they did.
And they brought her back.
It went perfectly how it was supposed to, right? Isn't that how the spell was supposed to go? You just don't think it is because the next episode or two or whatever, that the demon starts attacking them that they brought with her that was attached to Buffy.
Yeah.
Buffy's had to claw her way, like most vampires, had to claw her way out of her own grave because they brought her back, but they thought they failed. These biker demons came in, ran over the spell at the last second.
Yep.
And so Willow thought it failed.
Yeah.
Instead, it worked. And they didn't think it did.
Right.
Which is really weird that they didn't dig her up early. No, they left her in the ground. And what was it? You can't hear somebody yell under 6 feet of dirt. You can't hear somebody yell under 2 feet of dirt. There's no way.
No way.
So they wouldn't have known if they brought her back anyway.
No.
I mean, it just was a bad move by the Scooby Gang.
Well, yeah. I think
Giles, who he had left and gone to England. There it is. The mentor left, and they did something really fucking dumb. But it ended up being awesome because CW got to bring Buffy back, start her up, start her up in a new way.
Yeah.
She had to deal with darkness now.
Yeah. And
so the villains ended up being the trio, but really Life was the villain of that season. It really was the main villain.
It really was.
That was the main villain. The trio was the villain we made. But man, new Life, a whole new Life was the real villain of that season, man.
Right.
Everybody in the gang went through hell.
Yeah, pretty much this season it's Buffy's trying to get it back into, because I think it's later on you find out that she wasn't in in hell. Uh, she describes it as heaven, I believe. So she wasn't like tortured or anything. She was, the best place that she could be for what she did.
Yeah, she made it to heaven.
So,
She was what she would describe as the perfect place. She
so
knew everyone was safe. She knew everything was good. She was loved. Love was the thing.
yeah,
Happiness
she
was the
was
thing.
she was at peace.
And they pulled her back to this world, which she thought was hell.
Right.
And as somebody who's been through that kind of stuff, I'm telling you, man, twice I've come back from some stuff, and I swear, when you the last time was for like an hour and a half, I swore I was in hell. It wasn't. It's Earth. I get it. I understand. But man, it felt like I was in hell. I felt like that Constantine stuff. Like it wasn't exactly like it was very similar to that idea of hell's right here. We're in it. We're in it, and we're just living through it.
Right.
And when you leave this world, for a little bit, full, when you come back, you realize, holy shit, and that's what she went through. And she had to claw her way out of a
Right.
grave.
And this season,
she went from heaven to hell,
right?
Right.
Right. And this season, there is multiple rifts between each Scooby Gang member. So this season, they kind of used to kind of get them back together almost.
Yeah, they're gonna redo the Scooby Gang. The Scooby Gang's gonna. I hate to say they're Scooby Gang characters are redoing. They're reforming after all the shit that's gone down.
Right.
Each time, like I said, every time there's an event, it reshapes these characters.
It does.
Sometimes in a negative way, sometimes in a positive way.
And it
Buffy is, she's in a hell. She's in hell. She describes it, and it's in the before she can only talk to Spike. That's why
right. Spike's the only one that could understand what she's going through.
And the only time she feels anything is when she's having sex with Spike. That's where she gets her first feelings. Yeah. So that starts
their
relationship. And then Spike hasn't even, he's still dealing with the chip, but he finds out it doesn't work on Buffy. He can't hurt humans, but he can hurt her.
Right.
And then that's how they fall for each other in a violent attack, sexual,
right?
Very aggressive sex scenes, but not,
but yeah,
TV sex scenes.
Right.
Unlike Spartacus, when I say sex scenes, this is real sex scenes. I mean, not real, but you see butt cheeks and titty.
So, this is almost like a redo, like they're
revamping the characters,
right?
Aging them into their new world,
right? That's what this season was for.
That's why I say life is the villain.
Yeah,
they go through hell to get it right.
Right. I mean, it's like each Scooby Game wasn't as close as they were.
Yeah, they never will be as close as they were again.
Right.
They are in a way separating.
Right.
Buffy's come home. She doesn't even have her room.
Right.
Willow has her mom's room. To Buffy, this just happened. I died. I have been here all summer.
Right.
It's an instant. You're in heaven, and then boom, you're pulled back to this place.
Yeah, that's rough.
Jonathan and they test Buffy. They try to learn the trio. They try to learn all of Buffy's weaknesses and strengths, and they strategize, and plot, and fail and fail and fail again. They do get some info, but they never,
Yeah.
And then they kill Tara. They fail. They get beat. Warren kills Tara.
Yeah. Warren's just had enough. And I think he was trying to kill Buffy.
Yes, he went after Buffy. He shot Buffy and then ran. And as he was running, he was shooting, and he shot Tara. And Tara and Willow were at that moment, like they love to do in the Buffyverse. They was just getting back together after the big old fight. They, finally got back together the morning after, getting up, going, getting started, and Tara's dead.
And then this leads to.
I want to back up a little bit because when I heard they were doing a musical this season, the moment I heard about it, I was like, "What the hell? CW is ruining Buffy. What the fuck are they doing?" And then the musical came out, and I think it's one of the best episodes ever.
It is.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So much you learn so much about every character's feelings that we're talking about right now.
Yes.
If you want to learn what the hell is going on in season 6, watch the musical.
Because season 6 No one
It
was
can describe it better than I ever could.
in season 6. No one was telling each other what they were.
Everybody
truly
was
feeling.
lying, and
Everybody was
that demon
holding.
worked on.
Yeah,
He operated that everybody lies to everybody's face.
Once Time with Feeling, I believe, was
Yep,
the title
that's
episode.
it. Yep. One More Time with Feeling. Is
Yep,
that it?
I think so. Yep.
I love that episode.
A previous episode, a good one, was Hush.
Hush, yeah. Every one of these seasons has like this dynamic.
Yeah.
At least half a dozen or more, just really special episodes. We're talking about Hush. Hush was a really special,
tons of unique episodes that
the musical CW really upped the game, in my opinion. Josh and the writers got to run free, and I remember I don't like to do this, but I've seen stuff where the cast said they really got to sit in and say the lines their characters would say.
Right.
They would try out lines until that felt like Buffy. That feels like it.
Right.
That feels like, well, that's what we're writing about.
Yeah, so, I think especially, the more the actors play these characters, the more
they're deep into them. Who knows Willow more than I don't know all their names.
Right. But Allison something
Hannigan. There we go. Between us, we got.
I know the first one. All
right. We're like the Tom Cruise guy in World of World. Between me and my cousin, we know everything.
Right. Yeah. They put out so many unique episodes that even nowadays I'm seeing those unique episodes in different shows where they take that concept with them.
Right. I've seen whole shows based on one of their episodes, whole seasons.
Yeah.
Where they got this. That's a good idea. They took it from Buffy and extended the idea.
And that's what shows should do.
Yeah, that's what art should do, and that's why I don't think I'm still personally against trademarks.
I so man. That to me, that's just
it's art. How
someone
dare you
wanting to make money. That's it.
Somebody censoring art, and that's unfair. You should know. If I see something, I can draw it. I can sing how I want to sing.
So, so the trio ends up breaking up or getting captured. I forget which one.
They get their asses handed to them in the end by Buffy. It doesn't go well.
And then
they're going to screw Jonathan over, Andrew and Warren.
Right.
They leave him to get captured by Buffy. They go off and individually get their asses kicked.
Right.
Warren escapes with his jetpack. Andrew hits his head. He gets busted. Him and Jonathan go to jail together. Andrew's still sure Warren's going to come save him. Little do they know that Warren goes and gets him a gun, and that's when it kills Tara, shoots Buffy, and she's gonna die too. Don't forget, Buffy's gonna die too.
Right.
The surgeons are saying she's not gonna make it. And then that's when Dark Willow is born. Willow heads to the magic shop. I mean, the way that series ends, it's the demons. Like she calls upon the demon to save, it's a demon.
Right.
There's a demon entity to bring Tara back to life like she did Buffy. Now, instead of going through a big ritual, Willow's become so powerful this season that she can just call upon the spell at will in a moment and summon the demon to bring somebody back to life. So if Tara had been killed by supernatural means, she could have done it right then and there on the spot. But because she was killed by another human, the demon can't bring her back.
Right.
And so Willow screams, sends the demon away in agony, and the episode ends. That's the Dark Willow era. That's pretty important stuff.
Yeah, and that in turns. I mean, you see Giles comes back to try to help with Willow.
Well, let's back up just a little bit because Willow is about to kill everybody. She catches Warren.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she
catches Warren and crucifies him, and not crucifies him, but hems him up, arms and legs, stretches him out, and then skins him alive.
Yeah.
And then she says, one down, and then takes off.
Right.
And then the next episode's 2 to go or whatnot. She goes after Jonathan and Andrew because they were a part of the villain team that was trying to kill Buffy and fucking with their friends.
Right.
And that's one of the Warren's pleas. He's like, I wasn't trying to kill. And she was like, what? You weren't trying to kill my girlfriend? You were trying to kill my best friend?
Right.
I was like, damn.
Right.
You stuck, bro.
Right. No matter what you're doing,
you're fucked,
screwed.
Man.
You're screwed.
Yeah. You double screwed now. You brought up my best friend. Don't forget that.
Right. So yeah. So then this doesn't one of them survive
Who?
the trio?
Yeah, they survived.
Okay. I was just saying I believe the
They all survived that season. Oh
okay,
no, not Warren, but
but the
Andrew and
two
Jonathan. Buffy manages to protect them. Obviously, now we're back to the. And Willow's been chasing them down. She's killed Warren. Now she's going after the duo. That's all that's left. They're not really a duo anymore. They're fighting in jail
right,
over. They're nerds. They're super nerds.
right,
They're in trouble. But because Dark Willow's after him, Buffy is not going to let Willow cross the line of killing two people that had nothing to do with what happened.
right,
And that's the line that she thinks, is going to turn Willow.
right.
Willow's already turned. She
No,
doesn't get
and
it.
yeah,
She went into the magic shop and she sucked up all the dark books.
all of them.
And I mean, that's going to take a toll on a lifelong nerd with virtual ultimate power,
Yes,
at least on an earthly scale.
right.
So she's now able to decimate the earth with what she's absorbed. And then she goes around for the next couple episodes, sucking up all the magic in the town. Anybody who's got magic gets eaten.
Yep.
Magically,
Yeah.
I mean, there's some wicked stuff. It's a pretty dark season for the Scooby Gang.
Right. Right. And then
that's when Giles returns at the last. Willow wants to have. We got to have the Willow Buffy throwdown. I mean, we skipped the Faith Buffy throwdown, which I thought was one of the most fantastic martial arts scene in the history of television.
Right.
And I still watch some modern television, so it's not like I'm blind to what's going on and I've missed something. Buffy has some of the best fight scenes, and that Willow the magic versus the Buffy was awesome, man. They had a badass fight scene. Willow started with magic, then she gave herself strength, and she was trying to cast spells on Buffy, but for some reason they weren't working. She was under some protection. Willow couldn't figure it out. So he's like, why? So I can't cast magic on you. I'll cast magic on myself. She gave herself super strength and durability and stuff. And Buffy was still whooping her ass. Then I forget how she gets the advantage or whatnot, but Giles swoops in at the last second. Boom, Giles is back, saving the day. Got Willow in a capture bubble, a magic trap.
Right.
I think that's how that episode kind of ends. And then Buffy's come in, and Buffy's. I don't know how episode to episode. Like I said, it's just a universe to me. I've seen them so many times. They blend. And now when I watch them, I don't watch them on discs, so that just goes one after another after another.
Right.
I don't know if it's episode 3, 5.
No. So yeah.
But yeah, he comes back. Buffy tells him everything that's going on. They have a laugh. This is life.
Yeah. When
shit happens, we all fuck up.
Yeah, she's even telling him about Spike.
Yep.
They're really.
I love Giles' reaction. I mean, that's like a real reaction. You can either be pissed for no reason, shit already happened. You can just roll down the situation. Right. That's what they did. They rolled down the situation.
Right. Yeah, this is the two that have been through a lot. Knows they both lost. They both have suffered. We
didn't cover the fact that Buffy has Giles replaced as a father figure because her father sucked, man.
Yeah.
He was there a few times, once in a great while, lived in another town. I get it, but man, you got to make an effort to see your kid, bro.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Nope.
And that's he broke her heart. He left her hanging. I mean,
and that's
the last time you see him is the episode, I believe, that she fears he doesn't like her.
Yeah.
And then that nightmare, even though it's over and it was fake and it was induced, actually comes true. The dude never comes back. Never seen him again. He's not dead. They try to get hold of him after Joyce dies.
Yeah.
Nothing. He won't respond. He's on the beach with his new lady or something.
Yeah. And that's where Giles comes in and becomes that father figure that she's always wanted. And always has her back. So that's always.
Yeah. Up to this point, season 6, he's that father figure from season 1 all the way up to 6. He's definitely the mentor. Sometimes you find out, stuff about your mentors. They're human, they're regular. Right. She had already found that out about him. They had been through the, in a way, that's why he got fired originally as a watcher, because he was too close to Buffy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looks at her more like a daughter than a Slayer.
Yeah.
So that dynamic was all the friendship dynamics were put to the test that season.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, where they like we said, they kind of revamped the Scooby
Yeah,
games.
before all that, we got an episode where Willow wipes everybody's mind accidentally.
Yep.
Nobody remembers who they are.
Yeah.
They wake up in the magic shop meeting Spike. Spike thinks Giles is his kid.
Yeah.
I think they want spikes.
And that's the show, and most shows we're talking about, they have that perfect mixture of comedy, action,
right? Drama. Yeah,
drama.
it is. It's a full show. It's the full. You know,
Yeah.
I think comedy's best in those like action dramas.
Yes.
You know, because I mean, some of the funniest things ever are in like a Captain America movie or Avengers movie. They
Again,
when they hit that spot perfectly, perfect time to get a laugh in.
One of the funniest things, this was Star Wars, that Force Awakens, is the two stormtroopers are walking down the hall, and then they see Kylo Ren is destroying everything.
Right, right.
Most of the time, the stormtroopers would have ran in and be like,
said, "Sir, something,
and then got killed."
Right.
But these stormtroopers saw that and turned right around.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here, bro.
That made me laugh so hard.
Oh, I forgot my face. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a tense moment. You know, he's blowing up, man. And salty as salty can be. Now she could escape. You know, the Star Wars stuff. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I better get out of here. And that's what made it so funny. It was funnier because it was such a tense moment.
And then, I mean, the end of this season,
to me, I don't. That's how I like my comedy. I don't like, you know me. I don't like a lot of straight comedy.
And end of the season, to bring Willow back.
Willow's out to destroy the Earth. Giles saves the day. She breaks free. We already talked about the fight.
Yeah.
As short as I could make it is, the spell that the Master was going to cast to destroy the world, she amped up. It started doing.
Mm-hmm.
And Buffy and Dawn had failed at their task to find something to defeat her, and they were trapped in a cemetery with, you know, earthly demon creatures attacking them. So they couldn't stop Willow. They were miles away. Giles was down and out dying.
Yep.
Anya had no power. It was over. Willow was about to destroy the world.
It was over.
And then Xander showed up.
The guy with no
powers, no magic, no nothing.
Nope.
He stepped up. He's like, "Look, if you're going to destroy the world, start with me."
Yeah.
Start with me.
That was one of the best Xander moments.
Yeah, that was Xander's moment. I mean, that proved that he was a hero. Like I always thought he was. Don't get me wrong. Early on, I thought when he said, "Part of me that would have told me to do all that stuff was telling me not to come here at all." You know, when he said, "She's like, you bring a flashlight, you bring a cross, you bring anything." And I was like, "That's a hero." He doesn't know it, but that's a hero quality. I just wanted to come and try to save my friend Jesse. Me and Jesse, I got to rescue my buddy.
Right.
You know, that's a hero. I might die here. I'm scared for my life, but here I come.
The Dark Willow kept hurting him.
Hurt him, scratched him up, blasted him.
Kept going.
He kept standing up and saying, you know, telling stories, getting to their first meeting.
Yeah.
And he defeated her.
Yep.
Turned her back into Willow. The darkness left. She collapsed.
Wasn't a big fight scene or anything like that. It was a character.
It was character. It's a character victory. A hero, just the hero, not the powers, not the action. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was their love, their friendship, it was that kind of win.
For sure.
I'm bringing your humanity back. Here, I'm going to hand you your humanity.
Yeah. I like the ending. That was definitely
it was a good ending season.
That was definitely
it was a really good season. Like we just talked about it as almost as much as we did all the other seasons because it was packed full of a lot.
Yeah, you know, because they were trying to revamp their world. I mean, like re-up it, upgrade it, and give it more character. I thought. Yeah, it was more character.
Yeah, they really let the characters go.
Yeah,
you know, this is all about the arc, not the individual show.
Right.
It was the arc.
Right.